Good morning. This is Cecilia from Cecilia Beach. Look at how beautiful this one is in a cloudy day. And yesterday, I have some friends. We talk about the Alzheimer's disease. I did quite a big study, of course, YouTube and books, right? So I know it is such a serious thing, and I even have pictures and put it in my side of my car to remind people. And the brain scan from Dr. Daniel Amen. I watch him on the YouTube, the TED Talks. So he talk about the brain scan, and then it was amazing. So shockingly, that we spend more money on Alzheimer's disease in a long time than the COVID is fast when it's and it takes 25 years to develop the Alzheimer's disease because so that and it just slip into people, and until now there's no cure. But in year 2014, and the doctors declare that Alzheimer's disease is a preventable through lifestyle disease. So we knew since 2014 lifestyle change is fun, but how come this is not that was not become so popular that we can almost say for the last 6 years we could have done a lot more. So I kind of feel guilty because I'm 71, so I'm the baby boomers group, so I'm at the high risk, right? So I have to take all the precaution to prevent any disease. COVID is fine because I will die right away. Just use some of the resource in the hospital. But the Alzheimer's disease, I will use up all my sons and my grandsons' resource. So this is something that I will never want to do because I work really hard to raise my son, and I'm so happy that they have the school and they're doing well. And I don't want to at the prime time I take it all away, and I even take away the time that he can spend with his own family and his sons, right? So now it's always good. And since I learned the yoga, and of course we do this and warm up, I did that before, and the cat cow sitting. And today I want to focus on the downward facing dog, because as a yogi we always get teased about the downward dog, upward dog. And yesterday I have this realization because I learned from YouTube, and the Alzheimer's disease is the brain disease, and they just found they don't know how they get there, right? They found the tau protein and the amyloids when they dissect the Alzheimer's disease patient after they died, and they only find it over there. There's a lot of theory that how they get there, how to prevent them. And I also learned from YouTube. And if you sleep well, actually, there's a lot of talk in YouTube. You check it out. When people have a deep sleep, and the brain somehow shrink a little bit because your brain and the scouts are really tight fit. It's amazing of how God make our body. So when people have deep sleep, and the liquid in your body will rush to the brain and rinse out the residues of you, because our whole body, like a manufacturer, you always have some residue. And with the sleeping, that's why sleeping enough times, good sleeping is so crucial to health too. Everything is crucial to health, when you want health. And now, okay, having to say that, I'm going to just do the downward facing dog. And for the beginner, you don't have to be rushed. We got a lot of time. We just do one pose at a time. So when we do this first, so we do this is the cat cow way. Remember this one? Yeah. And then you do the cow, cat, and then you do cow. And now we do the downward facing dog. But usually we do a couple of cat cows before we just lift our back long and breathe in, and as high high as you can. It's just like a string in the middle of your back. And then when you breathe out, you squeeze your hand, fingers to the front. You squeeze it and in the shoulder, and you breathe in, and you tuck in your tailbone a little bit, and then squeeze in and put your navel down and your spine pressed to your navel as down as possible, and then your head look up and breathe in. Okay, so now we focus on the downward facing dog today. So you tuck in your toes, and you don't have to do it really fast. You slightly lift your knees, see, and lift the soft knees, and we push your hands, open all your fingers. That's good for the shape of your hands too. The second fingers that's pointed to the front, and every fingers have to touch the ground, and your thumb and your second finger squeeze together. See if you can squeeze them together, just and stretch. See, if you cannot get your legs together, just soft knees like this, and slowly, yeah, you just like this, and the head and your spine is like in one line, like that. Just squeeze that. And then you keep breathing in and out. And actually this pose is a really relaxing pose. Usually yogis, we use this pose as a relaxing, but meantime we just practice this until we got it all easy. See, your heel can be down or also can be up, and you push your hand and your thigh to your chest as much as possible, and your head down, and then when you finish, we just come back. We're not going to try any other pose. And I tell you the reason why that I think this is a good pose because when you put your head down below your heart, your blood flow will go, the gravity, right, will go to your brain. So when you go to the brain, that has more chance it's going to be circulate in a better way. So I hope you can try to do a little bit of this, and it's just really easy and simple, one pose at a time. Okay, bye, take care, and have a good day. And by the way, would you like to look at the Cecilia beach? Okay, let me show you how pretty it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is a really nice beach. Okay, look. I know we baby boomers, we don't need to have a lot of money to enjoy all this. See, but you need to have your health to get out of your house and get to outside to a nice place, and not be afraid, and just keep working. Okay, all right, so have a nice day. Here you go.